So we have a gap candle. We call it a gap candle, right, sir? Or open and close.
Yes.
Open and close. We have a V level. We have a engulfing also. At this here, we see a V level, not a engulfing. Okay. As these are the last two candle, and the last two candle, and there is no other candle. So everything is fresh. Why? Because none of any candle ever come back to this particular feel level and touch. Okay,
Yep.
got it, sir. Until
Yep.
until if it is like 1 pips also gap, we call it a miss. But until it is not touch, we cannot call it a fresh. Sorry, unfresh. Okay.
Okay.
Whenever any weak rejection happen, we call it unfresh. It's like, you are way older than me. Still, I'm going to tell you like this way. Fresh, unfresh, think like a virgin. Okay, sir? Never,
Okay.
never touch. Okay.
Okay.
So, whenever you have something like, this is a V level, this is a V level, and again, like now it's a very fresh because never ever this level was touched by any wick of any candle, right? So
Yep.
whenever the touch happened, we call it a unfresh. Until not touch, we call it a fresh. Okay. Same is going to happen in here. Like whenever the touch will happen with any candle, right, sir? We call it
Yep.
unfresh. Okay. Same for the gap candle also. Same for the gap candle also. Now, it could be, it could be something like this. Okay, something like this rejection from that gap area. Okay, sir. Rejection from
Mm-hmm.
that gap area. So this is also unfresh. That gap was fresh as this candle was touched by it, so it's become a unfresh. Okay.
Yep.
Now as it's a as it's a V level, at the same time it's an engulfing. It's a V level, not an engulfing. If any candle, like this should be, if this should be something like green. If any candle ever break out again, it become a fresh again. Okay, it become a fresh again. So you can
Yep.
use it again. Okay, same for here. It become a fresh again. At the same time, it become a engulfing fail or engulfing cell. Got it, sir?
Got it.
Now, and the same process, it could be here also. Got it? Same process, it could be here also. Understood? This is the fresh and unfresh concept. We do not need to dive more because we do not use it that much until SNR level. Okay?
Yep.
Now, why fresh and unfresh is important? Let us talk why fresh and unfresh is important. Because if you look at the daily, we are in a monthly, okay, sir? We are in a monthly, correct? If you look,
Yep.
if you look at here, we are in a 6 month market. 6 month market. This was a fresh cap. This was a fresh cap. Okay, this was a fresh cap. Why all of them are fresh? Because whenever two candle created, none of the candle ever touch this. Like this is the running market, so not touch this, not touch this, right, sir? But if you talked about this one become an unfresh because when this gap created, when this gap created, then this particular next candle touch that particular gap which was fresh and make it unfresh. Okay, now it become unfresh. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Now if you if you look at the sorry, sir. If you look at the market pattern in here, which is very much bullish, right? This is the
Yep.
last V level we have, which is also becoming an engulfing buy here, right? Engulfing buy here. And in the monthly time frame, if you look at here, this was fresh level, this was fresh level, this is the fresh level. All of the level is fresh, isn't it? All of the level is fresh. Now, if you
Yes.
see, sometimes people says gap level, like this is an SNR as a gap SNR, right? This is a gap SNR, isn't it, sir?
Yes.
Because it's a gap candle and we have a open close candle. And we have this as a gap candle also. right?
Yeah.
To me, I do not give that much priority to the gap because uh, it is very hard to tell which gap gonna hold. Okay,
Okay.
for determining the direction, which gap gonna hold. It's easy. It's easy to explain. Like I can explain you from here. Okay, I can explain from you from here. I can explain you from here. You want to see how I can explain you? Like this market is already done, right? Now it is very easy to tell you, sir. Like look at this. This is the gap rejection. You see, isn't it?
Okay.
But
Yep.
in a real chart, it is very hard. Okay,
Yeah.
like
I noticed.
if you are in this here, and there are a lot of gap. Now, which one you are going to? This is something else. We can count it, but which one actually? This one. Which one actually going to hold? This is pretty much a little bit hard to tell. Okay, pretty much hard to tell.
Yep.
But there is a way actually you can, as the full game is the probability, sir. There is a way to tell. Way to tell. Okay. If you ask me, I have, I had this gap, I had this gap, I had this gap, and I have this gap also. Out of these three gap, which gap I am going to prefer? My answer is always will be this one. You know, this one. Now you can ask me why this one, not any other thing. Okay. I prefer, whenever I try to measure a gap, I prefer a candle which bottom wick and upper wick. You see the wick size of these two candles, this particular area and this particular area. You see it?
Yep.
If these two are almost identical, there is a high probability that market will come here and then give us a reaction. Okay.
Okay. So
So
it doesn't matter on the second candle bottom wick how long is it?
no. It is not. I'm not talking about this one like how big or how thing. My concern is on as we need like these two candle. These two candle created a gap SNR or open close SNR, right?
Right?
These
Yep.
two candle again. These two candle created the gap SNR, right? So we always need last two candle to identify the A level, V level, or gap, whatever we call it, right?
Yep.
So to me, I always prefer the if, though I do not prefer that much the gap, but if there is like in this whole leg, this whole movement, if you see, you have a very far V level which is here, right? Remain all a gap.
Yep.
So if you want to choose any gap, my preference always would be high and low wick of a candle is almost identical.
Okay.
That's what I prefer. It's very
Is there
personal.
any reasoning for
It's
the
the reasoning. If you say the reasoning is like it's very personal preference because the amount of time I have spent with the chart. So I say these types of SNR gap SNR actually work best.
Okay.
Right, these types of. Got it, sir.
Okay.
Remaining,
Yep.
we look for A level, V level, but I'm talking at the gap. Initially, I did not talk about much about the gap, but nowadays I'm talking because sometimes they are asking why I'm not choosing the gap. So, it's very hard to tell which gap gonna work. So, as if you want to, like, if there is no way to hold which one, in that case, I'm preferring this types of one. Got it, sir?
Got it.
Now, if you look at this market pattern, we are very much bullish and we have this V level. And to me, as I said, I have this gap level, which I can prefer. Remaining, if I do not prefer any gap, then I have this V level only, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, if you go to, now, in a monthly basis, what this market is telling us, we are so much bullish, isn't it? So much bullish
Yep.
in a monthly period. Now, if you go to weekly, sir, if you go to weekly, in the weekly market, now what you look at here, you have this V level which is not fresh, you have this V level which is not fresh, you have this A level which is fresh, you have this V level which is also fresh, right? Which is also
Yep.
fresh. Now, if you if you ask me about this particular V level, this is a gap level actually, because this V level is not fresh, this gap level is fresh. Now we have all the V level, okay, all the V level. To identify the direction, we are going to use few what it is called, few fresh and rules, okay. To understanding
Okay.
the rules, we are going to say time frame will reject time frame fresh level, okay sir. Time frame is gonna reject time frame fresh level. Clear, sir?
Not really, but maybe after you show me, I have a
Ah,
better
no, no,
idea.
no, 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 no. We did not even start it. Like any time frame. Now, time frame will reject time frame fresh level. You know the fresh and unfresh now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when I say the time frame will reject time frame fresh level, means we are going to mark, as we are as we see what we see in the monthly, we see market just came to this SNR gap SNR area, right? This gap SNR
Yeah.
area, this was fresh, this month is only, today is 11, so we have still I think 18 or 19 days of the whole month. So we cannot say this fresh level is rejecting or not until the month is closing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, if you go to weekly, now the same process we are going to apply. Time frame will reject time frame fresh level. So, as we are in a weekly time frame, our job is to mark all the fresh level we see in the what it is called weekly time frame. So, this was a area which is not fresh because last week this V level was rejected by this candle, isn't it?
Okay. Yeah.
And we had this gap level, which was fresh till last week. Now it is not fresh because the last week also tested it, right? Now
Yeah.
you have this fresh level, okay, this fresh level. As of now,
Yes.
this, as I'm saying, time frame will reject time frame fresh level, okay sir, time frame will reject time frame fresh level. What is the main focus? I'm going to show you previous data so that we can talk about in details in the recent data, okay. If you look at here, we have we have we have we have we have we have this as the last candle, which was like, this is the fresh level, this is the fresh level, this is the fresh level, right? All of them are fresh level, isn't it sir?
Yes.
Because none of ever candle ever touch of any of them level. So we have, this is the V level, and we have a gap level and gap level. Out of this all three level, this would be our very much priority as it is a V level, okay? You got it,
Yep.
sir? At the same time, we
Yes.
have also two gap level. If I ask you, choose gap level as a SNR level, as now, which one you are going to prefer, upper one or the bottom one?
Upper one.
Why upper one?
Because the wick looks the same.
Almost identical, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, so you got that part right.
Yes.
So now we says, remember the rules, time frame will reject time frame fresh level.
Yeah.
What time frame we are in?
We are in the weekly.
So what we expect? It should be
The
rejected from a fresh level as a weekly.
yeah.
So if you goes to the, now if the, so now if you look at here, what happened? The week closed here, right? The week closed here, and what happened? The rejection happened on the weekly candle, isn't it?
Yes.
As I said, if you choose a gap level of a to identifying as a center of the direction, you choose the identical week, right? And you
Yes.
choose the that particular area. At the same time, you see this is a rejection happen on the weekly gap level. So according to
Okay.
the rules, time frame which is weekly will reject time frame which is weekly fresh level, which is this gap level. You got it, sir?
Yeah. Got it.
Now, whenever your rejection happens, so now let us talk about in this way. We have this level as a fresh level, we have this level as a fresh level. Both of the level is weekly, okay? and we see
Okay.
market come back to this weekly level, and we see a rejection on here. Got it? Got it? This is a weekly time frame we are talking about. Market came back to this SNR level. It is, as of now, it is a gap SNR. So whenever the rejection happen, what we are going to do? We are going to mark that gap weekly candle. Okay, sir? As a
Yep.
vertical line, So at the same time, there should be a candle where the rejection happen. We are going to mark that one as a vertical line. Is this part clear?
When you say as of when the rejection happens, so it's particular. So for example, on that green candle, it happens on a Wednesday that the rejection happens. So you're
No,
gonna mark that Wednesday candle.
no. I'm going to explain that part also, sir.
Okay.
So as of now, I mark that candle as a weekly.
Mm-hmm.
So the week has started from Monday. The problem
Okay.
is when you draw a candle on any time frame, it could be, let's say you marking a candle on a weekly candle, so the marking will automatically in the Monday. But the
Yep.
problem is the rejection could be in the Wednesday,
Yeah, that was my question actually.
or Friday. So what we are going to do actually, we are going to adjust that line with that day.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, if you look at here, so now when the rejection is done, so still we are working on the rules, which is weekly time frame rejected from a gap SNL level, which was fresh. Is this part clear, right?
Yep.
Whenever the rejection part is done, then what we do? We go to one time frame lower. Okay. We go to where? One
The
time
daily.
frame lower, which will be daily. Now, this is the daily. This is the daily. Now, as it was weekly, so we see very less movement, but daily could be a lot of movement, isn't it?
Yep.
Now, maybe this is where the week started, and this is the day where the rejection happened, isn't it?
Yep.
Now, we are going to mark that candle, and whenever you mark a vertical line on this particular area, everything before the vertical line, we call it a external movement.
Yep.
Anything that happen after the vertical line, we call it an internal movement. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is the external and internal until the particular A level of this external movement is not broken with the body candle. We are not going to call, like, we are going to call our bullish storyline remains still bullish. Okay. Let us
Okay.
go here. Now look what happened here. It's a V level, gap level, and we see a rejection, which is fresh level rejected on a weekly time frame, which was a weekly candle, isn't it?
Yep.
We go to daily to adjust where is the rejection happen. So if you look at here, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, basically the rejection happened on the Tuesday, isn't it?
Yep.
So what is said, whenever you find out your rejection area, you find out your A level, which is here, isn't it? The recent A level, which is here, isn't it, sir?
Yep.
That has to break out with the body candle after the vertical line. So when the breakout happened here, this confirm that you are going more bullish.
I see.
As
Okay.
the market is still bullish. Okay.
Got it.
And then what happened? We see market move out to all-time high again and again and again. Okay? Again and again.
Yep.
Now the same rules we are going to apply on everywhere. Okay? Everywhere. Now if you look at same again to the weekly stuff, we had this was a fresh level which was rejected on here, right? Which is rejected on here. Now, if you
Yep.
go to the daily time frame, which is the rejection is actually here. So this is the area. If it was broke out in here, we call it, it was starting to moving more upward, isn't it?
I see. Okay.
Got it, sir?
Got
The
it.
same, this is, people are selling same old wine in different, what it is called, bottle. Okay.
Okay.
Like
Got it.
I'm going to tell you what is actually. Like there are few concept of it, like the very basic of starting trading, the very basic, no nothing fancy, no SNR, no ICT, no SMC, nothing. If you looked at the goes to the very basic, we says we have a higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. Every single time market is breaking that high, it is moving toward to more bullish, high moving toward to more bullish, high moving toward to more bullish, isn't it?
Yeah.
The same, like if you have a lower low, low high created, and every time it is breaking that low, every time it is breaking that low, every time it is breaking that low, means what's that? Means market moving toward to more bearish.
Yeah.
Now the same process, if it says whenever this particular low is broken, means you started to seeing as a bearish structure, isn't it? This is the very primary method of our learning trend. Remember?
Yes.
The same process now, the ICT concept or SMC concept, they call it character change or something. Same process, the SNR process, they call it external breakout. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it, sir?
Okay.
The very old method, At the same time, the liquidity concept there they call it like whenever you have this particular level breakout, they call this particular thing, they call it a validation, they call it a violation. Okay.
Yeah.
Whenever this violation happened, the same rules applied, which is the character changes, which is the violation, which is the external breakout, which is the everything the same. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when it becomes so powerful as a trend changing, that's the question. Whenever you have a two breakout, actually, like sometimes what happened, market move upward, move upward. Okay. So if you have a breakout on here, which is, we call it what? We call it our external range breakout, right? The rejection was
Yeah.
here, our external breakout here. We call it our lower low break here. We call it character changes here. We call it violation here. But to me, what I experience, if two breakout happen, if these two breakout happen, market tend to goes more deeper
I see.
with the M shape, we call it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, sir? So the
Yeah.
same formula we applied for everywhere. Now, if you look at here, we are in a weekly time frame again. We cannot say yet because the week just started, right? The week just started. So as of now, we are still, if you say two process way, we cannot give any perfect area. Like if you look at the month, we are bullish. Weekly, we cannot say yet. Because in a daily time frame, we may see, like if you look at here, in daily time frame, you see this is a breakout happen, right? This is a breakout happen, which is actually, you have this fresh level breakout, like this was a fresh level, all the fresh level has broken, isn't it, sir? All the fresh level is
Yes.
broken. So now, in a sense, we are seeing market is trying to go a little bit lower, but still, to me, we are so much bullish.
Okay.
Intraday trader, as an intraday trade, we do buy, sell, but in a longer term trend, I am so much bullish here. Okay. In a daily, if you want to say how you can do, sir. Let us say, like, look at this. This was a fresh level, isn't it? This was a fresh level,
Yeah.
which is a V level as a fresh level. This is the rejection happened. Once the rejection happened on here, you go to one time from lower. Simple as it is. You go to one time from lower. Once the rejection happened, this particular one was showing you this part is done. This is the candle where the breakout happened in the lower time frame. So we see that buy happen, isn't it? We see that buy happen. You got it, sir?
Yeah.
You can basically do the same thing. If you look at here, we have a fresh A level, right? We have a fresh A level, we have a fresh V level, isn't it, sir? Fresh A level and V level, which is in H4. Now look at this. What happened? The rejection happened. The rejection happened, isn't it? The rejection.
Yeah.
You got it, sir? What I'm saying?
Yes.
So when is the rejection happen? This is the candle where the rejection happen. I do not recommend to go that low, but for the example purpose, I'm showing you. So in a H4 time frame, the same as I'm saying, this is the same method. You will see, sir. Like we have a fresh V level, we have a fresh one here, right? V level was fresh because this was breakout. Now if you mark that particular candle and go to one time frame lower, which will be 1 hour. Now where is the rejection? This is the rejection. Where is the nearest V level? This is the nearest V level, right? If this V level have broke out with a body, which happened on here, that particular breakout showing you that you are going toward to the bearish market.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Bearish market, and this is what we see today, like what is happening today. Got it, sir? Now,
Okay.
a little bit earlier, what I said, all the same thing, like selling same wine in different bottle, which is you. If you look at here, low, high, low. This high is still valid. So this is the particular low, high. This low created, this high created, this low broken, isn't it, sir? So means the
Yeah.
same rules we are going toward to the downside, right? and the
Yes.
same process. If you look at here, the same, like every time market creating a violation, validation, whatever we call it, doing more, going toward to the downside. Okay, sir. This is how.
Okay.
This is how you can identify the trend actually. This is how you can identify the trend actually. Got it, sir?
Got it.
Any question you have for me?
Okay. So, I think first thing first is